after shots. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't think they have a full body. He has a full. Yeah.
So much up.
Yeah, you could. It's theoretically possible.
I don't know.
Has anybody really I'm sure they have. Just gone for it in the morning. Yeah. That's why you're here. Yeah.
That's why you're here.
A lot of people work nights, so they come here in the morning.
Oh yeah. I used to work the pea harvest in Walla Walla, Washington. I used to have about this time of day. I used to have a beer and a plate of peas with butter.
Plate of peas with butter.
So we're trying to. You might take. Oh, you have to take.
Good morning. How many? 4? You want to take that back corner too?
It just shows you how sought after this place is.
Ready?
I think so.
What do you have?
Just eggs your way, scrambled eggs.
Your meat choice?
We have to. Yeah.
Corned beef hash.
Scrambled
should,
eggs, hash
mic
browns,
him up,
home
yeah.
fries, fruit.
The corned beef hash and hash fries.
Home fries, hash browns.
Hash fries. Wait, hash.
Do you want chunky or do you want shredded?
Hash or home fries? Home fries. Hash home fries.
That's hash brown. He wants hash brown. I can tell.
And you want wheat
I'm his
fries,
interpreter.
stuff?
Sorry, no. This is Boulder City. English is a second language for Boulder City. Hang on, sir. We're going to mic you up here. See, this is really
Hash fries. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new invention I just made up.
So the whole point of this is that our guests sound good.
All right.
So
Sure.
Here, I'll put it back here. And we have to project, although So we're going to try to point the boom dough over to. I'm going to have this AirPod. Can you see the AirPod works?
We're going to do this.
Hey, hi there, Facebook land. For all of you who still have their Facebook accounts after this week's scandal at Facebook,
I meant
welcome.
to download my Facebook history just to put it out.
Oh yeah, just to be sure. I want to know
mine.
who's following me. I want to know who's interested in me. Is anybody interested in me?
Well, Facebook is interested in everybody.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. That's what's so
love
good about them.
everybody.
They're so democratic. They love everything. So
That's
here,
what
let's
we put
try
it.
this. Why don't you put this in? So that's your right ear. And we'll see if this picks up as a mic. We're trying to see. We can't afford lavaliers, so we're hoping the earbuds might work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's questionable, but it may work.
It may work. We think plug and play. I think the theory is like, why shouldn't it work, right?
Alan's going on the premise of,
Well, yeah.
in the day of Amazon Prime.
Right. You should do anything for $19.95. You should be able to buy an Amazon Prime to at least do it. Not really well or
Not well.
perfect,
Yeah.
but kind of do it at least for $19.95
Yeah.
on Amazon Prime. You should be able to.
I like how you can start with a phone and work your way out.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And then.
Is this yours or?
What?
Is this your rig or?
That's my rig.
Alan's? Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a combination of, and then Frankie. There's about 4 people's
Equipment.
there. But it's but we do have a mixer, and you're there
Yeah.
live, and
All right. We live?
Well, we're not.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we are live, but we're not going to start till 7.
Okay.
We're going to pretend.
We're just gonna sit
this
here.
This is the play part. This is the play part of the TV show.
Oh, hope I don't sneeze.
Yeah.
Allergy season.
Oh yeah. Well, we have extra napkins.
Yeah.
Check 1, 2.
And eating breakfast is really a cool thing.
It's a very cool thing. If you have money for breakfast, it's a very cool thing.
So that's why we're advertising. We're a sponsorship space. Our next goal is to treat our guests for to breakfast. We thought that'd be kind of cool, kind of a step up.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Nope.
It's not. Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm just gonna project.
It doesn't.
Project.
It's not working at all? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Why won't it work?
Oh, are you trying to mic off it or just
I'm trying to
monitor it?
mic-
Oh,
I want to mic off of it. Monitoring off it is there's a delay, and in fact,
yeah.
I have another phone that I monitor off, but the delay is like it's just too
You don't even want to listen to it. Yeah, you just assume it's working, right? Test it and let it go.
But what I want to do is to have, we have the shotgun, which works pretty good.
Yeah.
But just, if this could work, that would be the best.
Oh, you just put the wire running down.
Yeah, we could do
But you
it.
don't actually need to monitor yourself. I mean, as
No,
long as you
easy
test
monitor.
at the start, it doesn't
We
matter.
do want to interact with this, though. When people come on,
Well, don't they have the text
Yeah.
balloons that come up?
Yeah,
bloop,
they do.
bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
so-
you have to be able to see it, yeah.
you have to see it. So it's kind of up there. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
there's
hard,
no way to read it.
and we're really
Well, that's why I
like,
try to keep this over here, so that way if
So you're
people
watching
do
the feed?
play in,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just kind of monitoring that way. If somebody does chime in, like we can kind of
yeah.
interact with. The
We want to
people.
interact. We
Yeah.
haven't been good at interacting.
Yeah, it's hard to get people this early in the morning too. A lot of people kind of start watching it.
At least a
like,
lot of people
10.
that we know
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
not.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
fast asleep at this point.
Well, James did it. He just didn't go to bed.
Right?
He
That's what I
just,
said.
he just made it part of the day, which I told him this would be a strategy. Zoom into the day, and I think James drank, right?
Yeah,
James-
definitely
yeah.
James who drank.
James, had, yeah,
They definitely,
yeah.
they got the front base here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Boulder. His friends commenting on like him just eating food off in the corner while Sved's talking and doing everything.
So did you go to school with him, or?
No, I didn't actually. He was, I think it was at least 4 years before me, at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's much older than I am.
Yeah, he's way into his 30s. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Deep into his
Girl.
30s. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a free park pass, or not $10 for life.
Yeah.
Just before. That's how low I am. Just to let you know, there's a time in your life where you get like, for $10 you buy the park pass, and it's for your life.
Really? That just kicks in?
Yeah, it kicks
Yeah,
in. Like
I didn't-
for the rest of my life, which is like kind of like cool to think about, or really kind of sad
how was
to
that?
think about. Like,
6
they,
years.
they can get for $10.
Yeah.
Rest of it, yeah.
I figure not gonna last very long, so 10,
We're gonna
yeah.
make money. We're
You
gonna
might
make
get
it
2 or 3 years. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
Whoa, that is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
corned beef hash.
Yeah.
that is God.
That's a lot. I didn't realize
That
they
is a.
didn't realize they
That
get
is
so
a
much.
Mega, mega,
Mega.
mega mugga. This should be like the weekly special. You come in here, you eat it, take all week to eat.
I figure it's
like,
gonna be most of the day.
Well, I had the shorter cash, which is really good, which is not a daily special. Daily special is gravy. Right?
What? Just gravy?
Gravy and biscuit.
Homemade gravy.
Cup of gravy to go, please.
Cup of gravy and a bacon.
Just bacon.
Bacon, yeah. Bacon gravy,
Get a cup of bacon. You
chocolate
dip
syrup,
it. Oh. Yep.
and coffee. It's great. We come in here, because we're back there, and people ask us all the time, "Do you have espresso?" We have to say, "No, we don't have espresso."
Espresso or special?
Espresso.
Oh, espresso.
We
yeah.
have a special. We have a special.
Oh, okay.
The espresso. Little espresso machine on top of the coffee pots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pastries, but we do a great
Sure, on
pancake
cash.
and great pancakes and waffles. This is the
really
ads.
love their Godfather omelet. Like,
Oh, yeah?
it's
Oh, yeah.
so tasty. I want to say it's ground beef with some kind of like pepper sauce.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
Oh yeah, the
delicious.
chili.
Yeah, chili verde.
You want some
is that what
breakfast?
it is?
Chili. Oh, the chili verde. Yeah, the pork omelet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they're famous for. It's delicious. You want to order that? I'll get you breakfast. I'll get you that. Yeah. Okay. Hey, sorry. I'm feeling.
Now we're
I
wheeling
work
and dealing
actually. I
here.
work 5 days this week at a gig, so I have like.
Wow,
I feel like I
he's
have money.
got
to
lots of
burn. I
cash.
think my wife did. Veggie House last night because she got us. Went to see Love.
Oh, really?
It's great. They remixed it again. Giles,
Really?
they redid it again, and It's amazing. It's some of the best theater I've ever seen. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we are ready. We're ready to go live. Hi there in Facebook land. This is Boulder with Travis Robinson
And Alan Goya.
and our special guest Lee Lanier.
morning.
Boulder. Yo.
Good morning, Facebook.
Good morning. Thank you, all of you guys there. Thanks for keeping your Facebook accounts. No matter.
Not deleting your
Yes,
profiles.
we are. We're the group that really don't care who follows us, or we like the interest. Everybody's there. We like to be loved.
We're so desperate for attention.
Yeah, attention. We live on attention. Anyway, but we have Lee Lanier here, the co-creator of the Damn Short Film Festival, animator, artist, muralist. Anyway, we're here to ask Lee. Lee, what is your big dream for Boulder City?
Good question. I'd love to see Boulder City thrive and have good culture.
Okay.
I want to see it survive, but also
Thrive, okay.
thrive, but have good culture. Interesting things going
So when
on.
you say thrive, what does thrive mean? I mean, it's
Thrive?
like we just get like,
Thrive means not becoming a ghost town.
right. Things are happening.
More than 5
Right, you guys might have talked about the bypass before, right?
That bypass.
We don't want it to be like a Route 66 town that kind of dies off.
Well, think about it. Mid-October, 35,000 vehicles that come down that road has a choice of going.
Yeah.
Do we want to go this way or do we want to go this way? Now, I'll probably go this way just because I live here.
Yeah, we'll probably stop here because we
Probably
live here.
stop here 'cause we
yeah.
live here. Although,
Yeah.
on a bad day, you might go, whoa, I could just go to Phoenix. You could have that overwhelming
Well,
feeling.
there's a good escape route now, so in
Yeah,
case
it's
something
like,
happens.
you can decide
Yeah.
and keep going without stop, so I don't have to think about it.
But there's a lot of people.
You hit a stop sign, you have to think about it like, this
Yeah.
is a good idea. Shit, man, you turn around.
Well, now the highway, when the bypass is done, you just zip through.
Yeah.
Unless you have a plan. If you plan to stop here, it's one thing. But if you don't plan to stop here, it's going to be really easy to zip around. And
Okay, so we're thriving.
we want to, we want to see our.
What kind of stuff do we thrive with?
Well,
Yeah,
first,
What does thriving look like?
Yeah, what is
well,
thriving
first of all, we have
look
to make sure that businesses are making money and functional,
Right.
so that we keep our businesses and there's no empty storefronts. Yeah.
Just for our
Yeah.
audience to know, we are paying for our own breakfast because we're helping this business thrive.
There you go.
But if you notice, the very subtle advertising hint up below us. We're looking for sponsors. Okay, back to it. Okay. I mean, not that we're crafty.
By the way, Alan will wear a hat for a certain fee too,
yes.
with a logo.
Yes, logo hats. I'm really into logo hats.
Yeah.
Logo shirts. He
Yep.
wears beanies. He looks really good in beanies.
Yep.
And,
And for a certain amount of tattoos,
tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, well, those are. That's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but
But I have to tell my wife. My wife goes, "Oh, what's that?" She goes, "Well, I got $10 for it." Oh, okay.
probably not a good idea. This extra, yeah.
Okay, thriving.
But we want to see the businesses do well. We want to see businesses stay. And
Is there any kind of new business you'd like to see? I mean, what business is not here? Would
It-
you like to see?
well-
like what thing do you?
well, first of all, let's start with making sure all the storefronts are filled. That There's no vacancies; they're all filled in.
So what do you see in the vacancies?
Well, there's things I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Things
What do you think?
whatever makes money for the businesses, but
And they would like, and people who like film, you would like them.
Not necessarily.
Whatever that business is, you would kind of like people to like.
Well, when I
those kind
say-
of people would like film.
well, if you have
also like this business.
good business space where people are
Yeah.
successful in their businesses, that. But in terms of culture, then you can support culture, like you can support film festivals like we have.
Right.
You can support events like Art in the Park, whatever events you want, stage,
So, I'm making
stage
you
plays.
commit, I need you to like put your risk out there. Tell me what business would you put in the Browder building? Just
My personal
You-
taste.
yeah, right.
My
You
personal
can't tell
taste.
me what you don't want. We don't want that.
Oh,
We
no,
want
I'm
what
never
you want.
gonna- never
What's
gonna say
personal?
that. Never gonna say that.
This
'Cause-
is what the show's about. What you want.
Yeah, personally, I love
Yeah.
because I spent a lot of time living in big cities, Los Angeles and
I'm
San
ready for
Francisco.
this. Yeah.
I'd love to have a cool urban coffee shop, neighborhood coffee shop. I mean, I know we have the diners, which
not
is great.
to say anything. The coffee here
No.
is great.
The coffee is great, but this is,
it's different.
it's great
Different,
to have a
yeah.
diner. It's great to have, we have a Starbucks down the street, which is great. But
I think so, too.
what I'm talking about is a kind of place. It's like a funky
How about
coffee
teas?
shop.
Will they serve teas?
Yeah, tea, coffee, but it's
Yeah.
not a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like tea, coffee place with old couches and local art on the wall.
Yeah.
a hangout place. They have local musicians. It's kind of like you go there with your laptop, you do work. They have internet connection.
Right. Like,
it's different. It's different.
Like
yeah.
it would be called, gigabyte,
Whatever.
connection.
But you go to
Expensive coffee, free Wi-Fi.
But that's because, that's only because I lived in these big cities, and if you you get your laptop out, you go to these places, you actually do work and hang out with the locals. Yeah, you don't eat a meal there, you just hang out.
Well, I heard there's a kind of a trend there of because people aren't buying enough. It's like they're just there for the Wi-Fi.
Sometimes,
I mean?
you
It's like,
buy your.
Yeah.
You buy something. You buy your pastry and your coffee and your fancy exotic coffee to support the business. And
You stay there long enough.
You stay there for an hour or two, and And there's plenty of outlets and there's good Wi-Fi and so it's not like you go to a meal. The diner is a really important place too.
Right.
But it's just I don't know. If
you
live in a big urban area, you're used to that.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe there's another. I just kind of feel like you have this cool environment, and somebody's bought this $5 cup of coffee. They've given them $2 tip, and so they kind of feel entitled. They spent $7. I feel like I'm entitled for.
You don't want to be rude. But
10 hours.
No, you don't want to be rude. A couple hours.
Hours,
There's certain courtesy to it. Yeah. You always buy something. Yeah.
You always buy. Yeah.
But if you want to really go far, okay.
Go for it.
All right, that's one option. Admittedly, we do have places you can do that now. We do have a Starbucks. We do have a couple diners.
Okay.
All right, tiki bar.
A tiki bar.
But no, here's.
We almost have a tiki bar. Some of our bars are going.
We do have bars. Again, they're cool bars, but
pit stop. All you need is one shrunken head, and it's a tiki bar.
No.
Not
technically. Not technically. Yeah.
That's all it would take you to move it over. It has the right smell to it.
Here, if I was going to run it, to give you the money to run it, it'd be a donut coffee shop in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And at night switches over to a tiki bar.
Wow.
So
that would be an amazing transformation.
Yeah, so you go for your cool donuts and coffee in the morning, you hang out place, and then at 3 p.m. it kicks into tiki.
Would you have
with exotic drinks?
Would you have heads like of Shakespeare? They were like to this tiki doll mask.
Well, you guys have been, you been.
I would like.
Well, you've
turn the head.
You've been to the Golden Tiki?
Yeah, or Frankie's Tiki.
The Frankie's are Golden Tiki, like the classic full-blown tiki shit. Yeah, because that's just me. And then it'd be a cool place to hang out all night. But they have strong rum-based drinks. Well,
There's a certain thing that that's what we thought Hawaiian was. Yeah. Hawaiian, animatronics. A lot of animatronics.
The thematic. It's like Disney. It's like Disney.
Well, we are the animatronic. Characters Unlimited. Yeah. We are the animatronic capital of the world.
Southeast corner of Nevada.
We are of the southeast.
No,
corner
it's just
in lands that don't allow gambling.
No, Boulder City has a lot of charms. One reason I moved here. It's small, it's cute, it's quaint, it's clean. People are involved in the community. But a couple things I miss from being in the big city are things like that, like thematic bars.
Right.
I miss thematic bars.
Right. Oh yeah, thematic.
And like I said, urban coffee shops where people hang out and do work.
Well, I like that kind of the transformer bar. What you're talking
that
about.
way you get your money's worth.
It kind of turns it like, wow, that place where we were like, that was like, really urban and hip and literate and had books they could read. It turned into the tiki room.
That's what we do. And then, there'd be books you can grab on the old couches, and it's a part of a culture of some big cities. But you go to a small town, you kind of miss that, and there's no reason necessarily to have it.
Well, because but the destination. I mean, that's the kind of thing. Let's go to the tiki room here in Boulder City, or let's.
Well, there's enough tourists to come through town.
Well, there's no place for kids. I mean, teenagers. I mean, people who don't want to drink.
Well, I think when. I think the places sometimes do a little bit better in town are ones that are a little bit thematic. So the Coffee Cup has its kind of thing going. It has a distinct vibe to it. And, it's been on a TV show, so people know about it.
I swear the backstop with a shrunken head is over quick.
Backstop has its own different thing going on. And but no, like the Dillinger is actually a little bit thematic. So it has its own little thing.
Yeah, you have this kind of like, this place could be robbed any second.
No. Well, no, it's like, it's like old time. Well, it's like old-timey.
Or the guy next to me could have robbed something.
It has a shotgun door openers. It has decorations.
It's like moonshine.
No, exactly. It's like exactly. It's like moonshine runners. It's like old gangsters. But I think places sometimes with a little bit of a theme tend to do a little bit better because people latch onto it and they can.
Right.
It's very visual. They remember it. Stuff to look at. Yeah.
Right.
No, but I mean,
what is the tap? Is the tap looking for? I mean, it's kind of the tap because there's lots of taps and beers and stuff like that. Is that?
Yeah.
What's it?
Well, those guys have a distinct kind of industrial design.
Right.
Yeah.
Industrial
but the
tap. Oh yeah, tapping industrial. Okay.
yeah, but the
Yeah.
But so we
craft beers, industrial.
But you know what we have
what
is great. Let's just add to it. So if we have any empty storefronts, let's get some business in there.
Okay,
yeah.
So like coffee. I like that. Tiki bar.
That's just my personal thing. Yeah.
Personal.
Not that it'd be practical at all.
Yeah, well, there's no business plan.
Yeah, not business plan. Yeah.
Well, unless this all of a sudden, unless this goes viral, let's say 500 people look at this and go, "Oh, maybe a tiki bar is a good idea."
That'd be cool, man.
Is it Lee Lanier or what's the tiki bar that?
I'll manage it. Yeah, I'll decorate it and manage it.
There's one guy in town who wears all the tiki shirts every single day, and he's just like, there it is.
Yeah.
You know, I once rented. I went to UCLA this summer, and I rented a room from this guy who there was a kind of tiki themed restaurant in LA called Trader Vic's.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Trader
very
Vic's.
famous, yeah.
He was the designer of Trader. This guy did Trader Vic's.
Mm-hmm.
He lived in a house in Westwood that looked like a two-story house, but it was a facade. It was a single-story ranch house, but he erected this facade to make it look like 2 stories.
Oh, weird.
It was
That's
cool looking 2 stories, but it was really weird. Like I thought I was going to live up. I went to rent his room, and I go, "Oh, is my room upstairs?" They go, "Oh, there's only a single story." And I go, "Really?"
So funny.
They go, "No,
Single
those are like a facade." But
Well, yeah, tiki's made a comeback the last 10 years. So there are people who
I
do
know
nothing but
people
design.
I know people that come, travel. All
And in
over
Frankie's
the world.
and Golden,
Yeah.
they go to every tiki bar in every city. Yeah, so
huge.
Golden Tiki is done really well, and
I have a whole collection of
and
Frankie's
Frankie's.
in my house.
Yeah.
But my wife
Like both sides.
won't let me put out in public. It's
Oh,
like
tiki,
the-
yeah. Oh, come on, the mugs.
Yeah, well, one of them is that it's the.
People collect the mugs. Yeah, and I actually make them too.
One of them is like a couple of them are kind of pornographic.
One of them
She gets
is.
embarrassed. Yeah,
One of them is. I know exactly what you're
and
talking.
it's a pretty one.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's what I'm talking
unusual,
about.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But no, people collect them.
I
they make
collect
those
them,
new.
and my
There's-
wife hides them.
There's people that just make tiki mugs full time. Yeah.
Too good.
Yeah, I actually make tiki mugs sometimes and sell them.
make
Yeah,
tiki-
I do
really?
them. Yeah, I do.
Are you a potter too?
I do slipcast pottery sometimes.
Oh, really?
Not right now so much. I actually just made a couple special order for
I
somebody.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you want to, after the show, I'll show you
like-
my designs. Yeah.
I have. Well, you can show your design. You have it on your phone. Everybody has a phone.
I'd have to dig it up. It'll take a while to get
well, we
to.
can just
Yeah.
pretend and then we can cut it in later.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay. Like take. Oh, this is time for the remote. See, like here. Yeah.
And now let's cut.
Now a cutaway. Just bring out a phone. No, look. You can see the work I just did. Here it is, and then you can cut into it.
Okay.
We need a phone. We don't know what's a phone.
Here.
Okay, yeah. Wait,
Here.
look, pretend.
Just track it in.
This is a play.
We have a person watching.
Just
Yeah,
do-
look, this
just
is the
motion,
okay.
motion tracking. Just track it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to see some things like that where they're kind of tourist attractions and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
help local businesses.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
cool places to hang out. Yeah, definitely.
No, I think okay. So well, so one more. What other thing do you any other? What other? I love your ideas. Like
Well,
what other theme thing?
Oh, I don't know. I think I grew up with Disney.
How about a restaurant? What do you think? What is missing in dining?
We don't.
What we have is a lot of privately owned diners. I mean, we have like comfort food. I mean, we have a lot of places to eat.
Yeah, it's a small
not
town.
It's
There's
not fine dining, but it's
I don't know if we really want to find dining in our town. We're too
You think so?
small.
Yeah.
I mean, we need restaurants that are good for tourists. And I don't know if a fancy restaurant would do well here.
I was looking at going to the railroad. Talking about that linear park there and the railroad museum and everything. Yeah, go ahead and eat. Here, we'll talk for a while. You eat. Why don't you eat? You eat. We'll talk.
What would you like to see our one viewer
watch.
in the old Mel's place? What do you want in Boulder City?
What do you call us or text us or whatever you do.
Write a comment.
Write a comment. That's it. Comment. I knew there was something you could do.
I can't read it that far away. I hope you
I
can
can't
read
read
it.
it. We have like
Oh, okay.
Well, if we get a sponsor, maybe we'll get an iPad. Or should we won't be able to see it a little bit better.
Just blow up on the comments.
Teleprompter.
Yeah, teleprompter.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Okay. Well, but okay. Here. What do you think? Like, there's all these train cars out there at the Railroad Museum. What if we like converted all these? They're not going to throw them away. So what are we going to do with them? It's like let's convert them all.
Oh, it'd be cool to have a dining car.
Dining cars.
And it goes back and forth.
But like a food court and retail, and you just hook them up all together. They'd be like kind of like the food trucks, except they can't move around as much. But kind of like concept restaurants, like where we have people like entrepreneurial restaurateurs can test concepts in these dining cars on their way to Vegas. We become like the test kitchen for Vegas concepts here in these dining cars that you can export.
I could see that'd be kind of a cool coffee shop kind of thing.
Coffee shop.
Where you got just different little rooms that have different
Korean,
things. Like
kimchi.
one's like a library.
I really want some
like
kimchi.
Space kind of area. One's maybe like
specialty sushi.
One thing that might be cool, and you'd have to work it out with the restaurants, but get some food trucks in here.
Food trucks.
You'd have to negotiate with the restaurants.
Right.
So obviously, you don't want to take their business away, but maybe there's a way to get more traffic if there's they do it certain events, but have a certain day of the week, a certain place that food trucks are allowed to come, then have a lot of variety that way.
I think it's the in the dome. In the hangar. Make that an entertainment venue. Open it up as a enclosed space for a stage. Theme it and bring food trucks on that tarmac.
Well, it'd be good to get stuff coming into town.
Yeah. Well, and it's that side of town, and it blows out to the desert, and it's just a great place for a concert.
First Friday.
Jazz festival.
Yeah.
Boulder,
during
jazz festival.
Certain events, or certain times. Thank you.
The damn short film and jazz festival.
I like coffee.
Yeah, because even during the Damn Short Film Festival, where all the restaurants are so busy, you can't get into them.
Right.
So there's room for additional business, without taking away.
Right, I think so.
Yeah.
Especially.
Look at that Godfather omelet right there.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
Corned beef hash. Just have to eat one time today. That's it.
I ate before. Sorry. So,
he's on a diet,
I'm on a diet. Sure. Great coffee. Okay. Well, I think we're ready for our second question.
Are we ready for the second question?
Yeah. We're trying to. Yeah, we are. We're 2 minutes under.
Okay.
Good. Over.
All right.
So, Lee.
Yes.
What is your superpower?
Practical superpower?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be practical as long as it's
delusional superpower.
It's unique.
I can't.
Unique.
I'm not supposed to demonstrate anything right now, am I?
No, you don't have to demonstrate, but demonstrating would be cool.
I don't
if
have
you
anything.
Could demonstrate.
I have nothing ready to go.
Like for example, if you could fly and didn't show us you could fly, it wouldn't be as cool.
Let's see. I don't know if it's a superpower, but I can read and write backwards and upside down.
That is a superpower.
Yeah. So I can write upside down and backwards. I can do mirror script.
Sometimes I have a problem just reading regular.
So I can pull a Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Leonardo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can read and write backwards and upside down. Yeah.
Can you write something backwards?
Yeah, I have to do it.
Yeah. Just write.
So it's like a practical dyslexic.
Kinda. And
it's like a code. He's like a code writer.
If I need to. And then one time I was curious if I could paint backward with my other hand. I can paint with my left hand if I need to. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little awkward, but.
Yeah. Let's,
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
some of those are a little bit more difficult.
Oh, so you start, So you actually start. You start, right to left.
Okay.
Some are a little bit more difficult. Yeah, sometimes you get.
So do you think right to left? Does that make your brain go backwards? Like it's a reverse?
See, I can.
How do you?
You just have to. I have strong visual sense, so I can imagine what it looks like.
How does your mind work? Does it do you switch it when do you translate this? Do you think?
No, I can just visually imagine what it needs to look like backwards and upside down.
Oh, so you look at it simultaneously. You like several dimensions.
Well, I just kind of like
simultaneously look at 2 dimensions.
Yeah, in a way.
You're a 2-dimensional thinker. You can go both ways.
Well, visually very strong,
Yeah.
like in terms of spatial space. Yeah,
I never thought of it like that. I learned something
Spatial
today.
relations.
Yeah, see?
That is a superpower.
So this is upside down, back. I don't know if you can see
Backward, backwards and.
Upside down, backwards. Yeah.
Can you? Wow. So what have you done using that superpower?
There's absolutely no practical use for it.
No, never. Like you never got a date. Is that how you met?
No.
Anita didn't go like. You said you were so shy. You said, "Read this," and she goes,
No,
"What is that?" He
that's
goes,
a good idea, but I didn't think of it at the time. No.
Oh, you didn't tell her like "I love you" backwards.
No. No.
Or-
Well,
Tell me
I think
backwards and
she can also read upside down backwards, and
Oh,
she
really?
can write a little bit. Not.
it-
I'm a little bit more fluid at it, but she can read.
Oh yeah. Do you think that like secretly you guys connected because you were like looking at each other and you guys reverse?
You guys are both
No.
backwards looking at each other.
No. Well, you know,
Or-
people have different skills, right? Everyone has different skills, and so we're kind of visually kind of strong. Yeah.
See you later. Morning. See you guys later.
Morning.
Bye.
Very good. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Morning.
It's all our guest stars. They walked out.
No, everyone has different skills. Like I'm.
Where's the guy?
Yeah, that's good. Well, us, I mean, I think you could, like, let's say at your, at this coffee shop, this really cool coffee shop.
Yeah.
It was we could call it like coffee shop obscura or something like that.
Yeah.
And you could do the menu backwards.
Oh, then nobody can read it.
I know, but it'd be so cool.
You have to hold a mirror up to.
Well, except the dollars would be like,
That would be so cool. You put it into a mirror.
you put a mirror. They're like,
You issue a mirror
would
when
you
they
like
come
to
in?
see- Yeah, you like to see a menu. You get the menu and a mirror.
You're like,
It's like menu obscura. Just the picture.
Then you have to solve riddles in order to
Solve
get served. Yeah.
to get the
What
secret
is your
special?
What is your special today?
What is the airspeed of a European swallow?
I don't know.
I actually really like that idea.
Well, I like that place. I could like that place. Gives you something to do.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you forced to interact
You can
with
try.
the
It goes.
environment.
Oh yeah. The mirror. First 5 minutes is free, but then it's $10 an hour. Just to bring my income.
Yeah.
It's like there's other stuff.
That sounds like a terrible business model.
But if it
There's
worked,
money.
boy, it'd be genius. It'd be
Yeah, it would.
amazing, right? It would work for like 6 months. Where everybody thought it was really cool until they got tired.
Until the Yelp reviews came in. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be.
We need more
How can you
coffee
put
as
that to practical use
The
on a daily basis?
the practical uses. I think it shows that well, it ties into artistic skill. I've always been kind of have a natural bent for art, and so one important thing for art is, if you're trying to be realistic, is understand proportions. So you have a good visual sense. Like I have no musical sense at all. Like I don't have any natural musical intuition. But some people have.
I've never seen you dance on stage.
Well, you don't want to see me dance on stage. Yeah.
I'd never have you.
Yeah, you don't want to see me
never
dance on
done-
stage.
If you were,
I will dance, but yeah, I have no inclination towards music or rhythm. But anything visual, I pick up intuitively.
Yeah.
That just happens to be the area I'm good at. So,
Yeah.
people like that. People are very artistic and do a lot of art. Are able to do things like write backwards, or read backwards.
My superpower is like hanging pictures.
Or whatever.
I can hang. I mean, I can just like.
Well,
Put a nail.
that's a visual
hang
skill.
it and-
Like what drives me nuts is I can
Yeah,
see if a picture is out of square.
Right.
I can tell if things are right angle or not.
Right.
And if it's like a 16th inch out, I can see it really easily.
It drives you crazy.
And it drives me crazy. Yeah.
So, but
yeah.
if you make sure that it is not, you make it not.
Well,
It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be off. It is off. Then
well, you can make
then
it
it's
intentionally
valid.
off.
Then
Yeah.
Then it can
Well, I
be-
think with art, especially if you're doing realism, if a tiny change is like a portion of a millimeter can make a difference in a portrait.
perception and
Yeah.
everything,
Well,
and,
just because like a face, people see the proportions.
Well, that's what Picasso says. He goes, Picasso just went, well, fuck the math.
Well, Picasso was a fine art. I mean, he knew how to do realistic art if he wanted to.
Right.
Morning.
He could.
But he just broke the rules.
Hey,
Morning.
what's this
What's
is
the
our
word of the
special
day?
correspondent.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Art.
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 Well, he's
Art.
only been on every episode. Episode 9. So what's the big news today, Art? What is it? Breaking news.
No more DACA.
No more DACA deal?
On review. No more DACA.
Oh,
so-
okay.
If they don't start shaping up,
Oh, yeah.
either shape up and ship out, or
Oh, okay.
For the RJ. Excellent.
Thank you, Art, for the breaking news. Well, that was different. Breaking news is whatever we don't know what's about to happen.
Just somebody who walks by the newspaper.
Yeah,
Okay. That works.
What
that-
What is it? Yeah.
Puts out consistently.
We're missing Frankie. We're missing. I just noticed we're missing our special correspondent, Frank.
Yeah, what's happening with Frankie?
I know he was gonna. I called him. I thought he was gonna be here. His dad fell off his scooter and he was in the hospital for a little bit. So. But he's all right now.
Okay.
I thought. But,
Okay. Well, here the now then.
No. Okay.
Anything else you'd like to elaborate on your superpower?
So any news?
No.
What's your next project? What's next year's film fest? When's the date for next year's film fest?
Oh, I forget. The festival is like the 7th through the 10th February. We're always second week of February. We're going to stick with Thursday through Sunday.
Oh, that
worked really well.
That worked really well?
Yeah, we've got a record crowd this year for 2018. It was 33% increase in the attendance. So.
No way.
Oh, wow, really?
But apparently a lot of other events are doing really well this year. So there's been a big bump in visitors to Boulder City and locals participating.
How many of the people that are at the festival are from out of town, do you think?
We do market research, and historically we tend to be 30% Boulder City, 30% Henderson, 30% Las Vegas, like 5% like outlying areas in other states, like other parts of Nevada or Arizona, things like that, and 5% from like Los Angeles.
Well, I know you had 2 people from Paris.
And a couple people from overseas, not a few each year because it's very expensive.
Which are statistically insignificant, but their presence was felt.
Yeah, 0.05% from
Parisians.
Occasionally.
Their impact. Well, they won an award and they're talkative.
Yeah, a lot of people come from.
So it seemed like there was a lot of people from Paris.
Really high Paris percentage. Yeah. No, but we'll have from like Canada, South Korea, Taiwan. Occasionally, it's very expensive for them to travel to a small festival, but obviously we have a lot of filmmakers come in from other states.
Right.
I'll have 3 or 4 dozen film crews.
I think the whole vibe now, it's really feeling like, Travis is a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's kind of feeling like a filmmaker's festival.
Well, that's what it's for. It's the priorities are, our mission statement is show the best films we can and then treat the filmmakers really well.
Yeah. Well, Travis is so, he called me, he says, as a filmmaker, he says, well, Alan, you made a mistake. They gave me money. Some money fell into my bag by mistake or something. No, I think that's for you to spend. For really?
Yeah. Oh, did you have a film in this year?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't keep track. Wait, which was your film?
I did Solitude.
Music video or
it was
short?
I think Persons of Interest at 1 p.m. on, I think it's Friday.
I used to watch all the films and run the festival and do everything myself. Now I've gotten so big that John runs the festival, does the day, and I don't even watch the films anymore. Okay. The selection committee watches the films with John, so I might not have even seen it. So I have to excuse me for that.
That's why he's called the co-founder.
That's why I'm the executive director.
He started the first one. He hasn't watched any films for the last 5 years.
No, last couple of years, I've been tapering off. No, I mean, because it's like 600 or 700 films. Not one person can watch it all.
No, they can't. No, I was a judge this year. It was fascinating.
Yeah, so we have a big selection committee. John Labonte, our director, puts together the schedule.
Yeah.
If there's any questions, it used to be that I used to watch them all, and then it transitioned where I'd help John watch them. And then we had a bigger and bigger selection committee. Right. So they're taking on more of the duties.
And it was it was a film. You used to watch film too, right?
Yeah, I used to go to film festivals and watch it on film. But but now I trust John has been programming enough years along with me that I totally trust his judgment. So I trust that he'll pick films that I would probably also pick. Right. So I trust him to actually construct a schedule. Right. And he does a really good job, yeah. So yeah.
Has anybody ever sent you like a film, like a reel of film?
No.
No one has ever done that.
No, it's
really?
That hasn't been for years.
From the beginning, this is like what?
Well, no, even the first year, 14 years ago. No, the standard procedure would be to, when you submit a film, you submit it on VHS.
Right, yeah.
So we had stacks of VHS tapes, and then eventually it started working its way to DVDs. Right. And then eventually DVDs to Blu-rays. Right. But when we screened, 14 years ago, we'd screen on Beta SP.
Right. So Quentin Tarantino didn't send you a 7mm film roll. Yeah, we want to put this in your film festival.
No, they knew film festival. Well, they knew that some film festivals you had to screen on film. And when I started making films, I had to get. I'm an animator.
I made films on film.
That's
how old I am.
No, I had to transfer my animation to 35mm.
Right.
That was not cheap. It'd be $5,000 to get a couple prints made.
Right.
And if you wanted to go to festivals, you could submit on VHS for a screener.
Right.
But if you got selected, you send your print in on 35 millimeter. Occasionally, it'd be on Beta SP or something like that. It's expensive. No. I have a fireproof safe with some old prints in it.
Really like what you created.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
it was a big investment.
Yeah.
And then I eventually gave away to DVDs and Blu-rays. And now it's all digital. So now it's just it's digitally. We screen it digitally.
Yeah.
It's all DCPs. Yeah. Yeah, DCP format. Just it's all
What is this? Yeah, like we have a 75. Lynn bought me kind of gramophone you play for Valentine's Day. Just can you? Oh, we can play your old Beatles album. No, I don't think you can do. That's like free.
That's a little off.
Like
No, you need
super thick, just platters.
Yeah, she said, I said, no, honey, that's
about 33s and
no, not even 33.
Not even 33. What was the speed on there?
78.
78. That's right.
78. Well, until it slowed down, you clunk it.
Well, that's up to you to do as fast as you need to.
It's like there's one you got to kind of slide it back to the side.
Yeah, and those old records, the plastic was very brittle too, thick but brittle.
They would flat, they would shatter.
Oh yeah.
And they were,
gotta replace the needles every single time for a new.
Yeah, no, I'm old enough. I learned how to shoot on film and load cameras and cut on film, and so I've seen it all the way to the purely digital transition. Yeah, it's good to know both, but I don't particularly want to cut on film.
Yeah, now it's just
it's so.
I have a 60mm Moviola that but
yeah, I did flatbed.
I think about one of these days but never.
No, there's no.
One day over
antique. It's more like decoration.
Yeah. Although that said, that when I went to see ES this year, Consumer Electronics Show, Kodak and Polaroid had huge booths.
Right.
Polaroid is remanufacturing their most popular camera. You can buy it new.
SX70?
I forget the one with a white body and instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the number of it. They're making them new.
The white one?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the consumer version?
Yeah, the instant camera.
Yeah.
Well, the Polaroid instant, not the black one that was also popular, but the white one.
The white one's right. It's like plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, but standard Polaroid film. They're actually remanufacturing that. You can buy them new, and they're making all the film.
Cool.
And then Kodak actually has brought back is selling a Super 8 camera.
Really?
That actually takes film, but the thing is, it's a film camera, but there's a digital viewfinder on it.
Interesting.
And you send it off, they'll process it and send it back to you digitally. But it's actually film cartridges.
Yeah.
So it's actually shot on film. They process it and send you out.
Future.
Yeah.
That's Back to the Future.
But the two companies you never thought would survive, Kodak, which has shrunk and barely survived at all, and Kodak and then Polaroid, you thought would be dead in the water. And there's a couple other manufacturers who are doing instant film. Isn't that crazy? People want
people want
nostalgia
to see,
and
see design again. That's why I think like a
tactile.
training museum. What's neat about a training museum to me, especially, is like the trains, the technology is so visible. I mean, it's like wheel.
Well, the thing is,
tool. There's nothing. It's just easy to see technology.
Well, with computers and digital technology, infinite possibilities. It's too much.
Right.
There's
it's
so
also
many.
Here, where
it's just too much. It's like infinite. It's almost too big. Too much. Too many possibilities. So people do better artistically when they put limitations, or they have appreciation for older things like trains. But if you have that's what people start. Collecting Super 8 cameras. They like the limitation of having it on film, or having the grain of film, or having to have to think about what they're doing.
Right.
If it's just like you can shoot an infinite number of videotapes or photos, and
you have to make choices. Too many choices.
People need to have limitations, so they make choices.
Right.
That's why people still draw and paint.
Right.
It's not just all digital, because they like the limitation of having to use physical materials.
Right.
Or work on old cars, because before the digital, the new technology in cars is it's more physical, it's more nuts and bolts and more
understandable,
simpler design. Yeah, so that it's just
What I like about the Polaroid camera and the modern day use is you can actually give it to somebody. If you take a picture of someone,
it doesn't disappear into some big
folder.
Well, that's the thing is you can just give it to them, and it's just that's really cool. Like I can actually have this.
Really cool. Well, I'm actually. This is probably not the place to announce it on Facebook, but we're going to go on a secret gold mine. A neighbor of mine has this gold mine. Okay. Well, heard about this gold mine. We're going to go explore it. But I have this letter with a map. It's really cool. I had this old letter with a hand-drawn map and a picture of the guy who drew it. and we're gonna go to this place, secret gold place. Don't follow us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't fall into the shaft.
And you know, try to find and have this picture say, have you seen this man? And the picture's 30 years old. You know, this is really cool. This is gonna be. I think we'll film it at Boulder and make it a reality TV show. I hope I live.
I hope I live.
Let's put one of those body cams on.
Yeah, right.
Fill in your head, walk around.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Thank you,
Great
guys.
episode.
Thank
Anyway,
you for
Bold
getting
Boy.
up early and
Thank you,
Boulder.
Lee.
Episode 9.
Boulder.
Bold Boulder.
Episode 9. Yeah, so this is the, so we'll turn it off now. This is the live uncut version, which is going to be interesting. But then we'll cut it down.
Sure. Cool. That's
and
a good
then
idea.
we'll enhance it and make it something else.